Beep beep. I'm a sheep. I'll say beep beep. Anybody there yet? We don't have any music. You're gonna listen to me singing instead. Why don't we have music? Cause my wife is driving somewhere really far, and she's using my Spotify account, and I don't have the whatever it takes to rip that away from her and have to deal with the consequences when she gets home. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. How's everybody doing this fine feathered Saturday? Hey, what's up, friends? Magic doesn't miss. PA Pokemon polls. Toot toot. Here's the deal. I wanted to share this beautiful experience. If you've been watching MetaZoo Topps Chrome Returns, you've probably seen that like PSA can be a little bit brutal when it comes to MetaZoo Topps Chrome. Those cards are like, the cryptid cams are pretty well centered. They do pretty well, right? But the non-cryptid cams, a lot of them are off center. There's like fingerprints and smudging. There's some scratches. The corners have to be perfectly sharp. It's brutal in the world of PSA returns. So I have a large PSA return, and I'm expecting to get murdered. And so I just wanted to share that experience with you. Do I have a violin? Sing it, Argos? Yeah. Beep beep. I'm a sheep. Do I have a violin? No, but I have an air violin. I have the tiniest pretend violin on the planet, and I'd be willing to play it for you fine folks. What's up next again? Tribe. That's why you go CGC, baby. I would, except CGC doesn't command any market premium. So I end up paying a similar price and not adding any value to my cards. So that's why I don't go CGC. I wish I like CGC. I like the way it looks. You know, I'm not opposed to CGC. I just if I'm gonna spend the money, I'm gonna try to add the market premium to my products. So how are you guys doing? How's everybody Saturday? Toad, Chris Young. It's been a while. Hey, do you guys want to hear a personal story? Here's a personal story. I'm gonna open up a little piece of my life. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not actually a huge like sharer when it comes to my personal. You know how some content, some YouTube people, they show everything about their lives, and maybe I should do more of that. But I haven't recorded videos sitting in front of like 100 cases of product. I could, I just don't. You know, very often. Or I'll show a little picture every now and then. But same thing with family stuff. But I want to let you know a little thing about me and about why I've been making fewer videos than I used to, and it has nothing to do with not being as involved with MetaZoo. I am surrounded by MetaZoo stuff, and I'm still opening things. I just recorded a Christmas 2022 MetaZoo pack opening. I made some market videos. The reason is because I have a 3-year-old who was just diagnosed with autism, and he is nonverbal, and he is very, very challenging. And so for the last year, my wife and I have been kind of coming to terms with the reality of having a very, very challenging kid. And he's a great kid in a lot of ways, but when you have a smart, very assertive kid who cannot communicate and who has some like emotional dysregulation, what you end up having is you have a kid that you're kind of battling with all evening, late into the night. So I end up working all day, and then when I get home, when I used to make MetaZoo content, I now often am supporting my wife and supporting my family in kind of working through the challenges of having an autistic kid. And so so we recently got the official diagnosis of autism for him, and so we're like getting him all the help he needs to kind of work on some social stuff and work on some language stuff in hopes that at some point when he starts to speak, we can help him kind of catch up. But it's made it really challenging to make as much content as I used to make, just because I'm spending time doing that. Hey, thanks, Matt. I appreciate you. It's okay, you know. It's challenging, right? I mean, like, but he's really like he's funny. He's a good kid. It's just it's challenging when you can't communicate, you know. And the kid gets older and older, and he just can't communicate, and then he gets so pissed off because he can't communicate. He ends up just like screaming the same word again and again and again because his language center isn't working. And so what I have is at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. I have a kid just yelling the word go 200 times, pointing at things, mad because he just cannot communicate what he's trying to say. So it's a huge challenge. And so so that is why. So thank you so much for your support, and thank you for coming. I just wanted you to know that, because some people might wonder, like, if I'm because MetaZoo has been going through a slump, right? And so some people might wonder if I'm distracted by other, but actually I'm still grading things, still opening things, still buying things and selling things and collecting things. In real life, man, it comes at you fast sometimes. So he's great parents. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we are prepared to support him in whatever he needs so that we can get through it. So this is a MetaZoo Topps Chrome return. And there's 2 cards that aren't Chrome, but the whole thing is Chrome. And if you've been watching, another YouTuber, Nick Strength and Pokemon, does some great MetaZoo content. He has done some PSA returns for Chrome, and he has shown that PSA is a little bit brutal when it comes to Chrome. Hey, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Look at those. Look at the support in the comments. Chris Young, Arts, Andrew, of course, Bam Bam. Thank you guys so much for your support. Yeah, got to be patient with those. Yeah, Joseph, absolutely. We're patient with him. Every kid's different. Every kid has their challenges and their strengths and weaknesses, and it'll be the same with my son. Like right now he has language, he has communication challenges and emotional challenges, but he's got strengths in every other areas, and so we're just gonna like try and shore up the deficiencies and help him kind of get in emotionally and socially and get his language on track as soon as we can in whatever way we can. So anyway. Let's see, Eric. Yeah, family first. Hey, thank you, Eric. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you have a severely autistic nephew. It takes a village, literally. Yeah, it does, dude. It takes a village. I get home, my wife is burnt out, man. My wife is like, she is exhausted from having a day with him. She loves him. She loves him so much. She puts in so much of her soul and her heart and her work into him. But at the end of the day, she's pretty burnt out, and so then I get home and I just have to high five and take over. Oh yeah, hey Nick. Hey, welcome Nick. Yeah, guys, if you somehow have made it this far, and if you haven't seen Nick Strength in Pokemon, he does outstanding MetaZoo content. You should definitely go check out his channel and take a look at that. And let's go through this return and see how badly PSA took us to Pound Town on what is predominantly a MetaZoo Topps Chrome. The only thing in here, I think. It looks like there's not one of them there. The only thing in here that is not Chrome is I got a content creator medal, the 2022 content medal, and then I got a reverse hollow no hickey Kickstarter MetaZoo Mothman that I got off Whatnot for like $90, and I was like, let's see what we can go. Let's see what we can do with that Whatnot Kickstarter moth. So okay, all right. So PSA. Let's go all 10s, right? Let's see what PSA did. So we have a Babe the Blue Ox out of 50. This is going to be a gold Babe. PSA gave us a 9 off the bat. These cryptic cams do pretty well by comparison usually, but they still hit us with a 9 on this, Like, look at that. I mean, it's a beautiful card. They must have found friggin' something wrong with it. I don't know. Beautiful gold Babe. Got us a 9. So we'll put the 9 over here. And move on. It looks like we've got a Death Beam, Obnoxious 9, serialized. These are all going to be serial cards. And we got a 10 for the Green Refractor Death Beam. Beautiful. So I don't know. This was a really nicely centered card. A lot of these non-cryptic cam cards are not as well centered. So I don't know. Oh, Frogman. I have high hopes in the Frogman. Let's see. That's a bad omen. Nick, yeah, no kidding, right? A beautiful gold cryptid camera PSA 9 at the very beginning is a bad omen for a PSA return. Yeah, so makes a good a 9. Come on, PSA. Look at that. I got to tell you, dude, also you should know cuz it's got some scratching on the card, fine, whatever. You should know I cherry picked these. Like, I'm not going to tell you, these aren't like I just sent in whatever I could get. I cherry picked the shit out of these cards, right? So like this is the best I had. Okay? So when you see this return, I have stacks of serialized Topps Chrome cards that I did not send. So this return represents the absolute best that I could do. So if it's bad, then really bad is the absolute best that I could do on these cards. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, babe. It's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, babe. They gave it a 9, dude. They gave this a 9. There isn't even a scratch on this card. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous babe, and they murderized me with a 9. 24 out of 50. Oh well. Oh well, fine. Looks like we got an orange rump diffuse with the orange tops chrome are out of 25. But I graded this because it was a number 1. I didn't know for sure this would get a 10. It's got like it's just, I mean, it's just very slightly off center. Other than that, pretty beautiful card, but I graded it because it's the number 1 of 25, and it got a 9. All right, fine, PSA. Let's see what we got. Now we got a Metal Man of Alabama. Looks like a gold, 47 out of 50. And they gave us a 10, Metal Man, PSA 10, gold refractor. Serialized, beautiful 10. So they make a good point in chat. Who said that in chat? Let's see. Somebody said, yeah, PA Pokemon Poll says, you bet the pop report needs the lowest heck. Yeah, so. Great point. The pop report on 10s is going to be low. As Nick has probably no doubt figured out as well. A lot of you probably figured that out. These PSA Topps Chrome reports are going to be low. So if you see good deals on Topps Chrome PSA 10s, consider taking it, because I just think PSA has been really tough on these. So I don't know. All right, this is a black one. Minnesota Iceman, 1 of 5. I graded all the black cereals. Hey, Mud Family, you just subscribed. You got a bouncing blob. Congrats. Thank you for joining. So the black serialized cards, the black refractors are out of 5. This was number 1 of 5. I graded them all, unless there was a really glaring issue, knowing they probably wouldn't get 10s. So this got an 8, because it has some, I acknowledge, it's got a scratch on the top of the card, and it's slightly off center. It's kind of cruel to give it an 8, frankly. I feel like a little surface scratch to the top center, just slight off centering. Could have gotten a 9, but PSA being what it is, they gave me an 8. All right, we have a Mothman, a gold Mothman, number 27 of 50. Good luck to us, friend. They gave us a 9 again. 9's not bad. Don't get me wrong. People collect 9s. I just, kind of I would have liked a 10. Again, it's just very, very slightly off center, but it's like a beautiful, beautiful gold 9. Hey, Nick. Nick, are you still sending in? If you're still here, Nick, I'd love to know. All right, we got a green Mothman out of 99. Nick, are you still submitting Topps Chrome to PSA? Or have you decided that they're too brutal? They're too, cruel, and so you don't submit? Look at that. Come on, PSA. Fingerprints on the slab, even. They murdered me on this. This is a beautiful green refractor Mothman. Beautiful cryptid cam, green refractor Mothman. The centering is just very, very slightly. Beautiful moth, PSA 9. They got me. That's all right. We still love the moths. As you can see, my PSA 9 file is growing much faster than my PSA 10. I guess we'll put that 8 down here too. Let's separate the 8 from the 9. There we go. We got 1 8. We got 2 10s. And we got a bunch of 9s so far. Moving into the next pile. Yeah, they look good, right? So here's it looks like an orange refractor salamander. We got number 24 out of 25. You're not submitting anymore? Yeah, because they're brutal. Nick says. You got about 150 chrome cards still here. Oh, still there. That's quite a few, Nick. I've got one more submission I'm going to send in, but I haven't sent it yet. PSA 9. Orange giant salamander, orange refractor. I like the oranges a lot because they're out of 25. Hey, what's up, LVX? Welcome. Happy Saturday, my man. All right, we got another Mothman, 73 out of 99. There's green serialized moth. Come on, PSA, don't you do me dirty. Ryan K, thank you, Mod, for showing up. Thank you, sir. All right, come on, PSA, give me a moth. Give me a moth I can be proud of. It's a 10! Oh, good, beautiful. Finally. PSA 10 green refractor Mothman serialized out of 99. I'll be hanging on to all these 10s for my personal collection. I might be trading. I might trade or sell the 9s, but I'm not in a hurry on Topps Chrome, frankly. I have a ton of Topps product. I have sealed booster packs and some sealed product, but a ton of these serialized cards. I'm not in a hurry to move it. I like the long-term prospects of Topps Chrome, and I think short term is going to take a while to shake out. And I just love them. I love them, so I've added quite a few to my personal collection. All right, we have serialized number 1 of 5. This is a black refractor. Oh, gee, am I or Bailey going to scoop up that Mothman 1 of 1? Yeah, I did. So OG, I put a $10,000 bounty on the raw 1 of 1 moth. Now, I don't have a $10,000 offer necessarily on the graded PSA 9 moth, and here's why. Because Topps cards benefit from getting prepped before they are sent for grading. And if you grade a lot of Topps, you know that, right? Some of the Topps cards, even like right out of the pack, have fingerprints or whatever. They gave me a 9! You bastards! All right, so PSA 9. Still nice. PSA 9 black refractor. Beautiful. Contracted MetaZoo Topps Chrome. There we go. So when you open a pack of Topps Chrome, you can have fingerprints on the card. You can have little issues. And so you can clean off some of the issues very, very carefully and prep it for submission. And so if somebody else submits the card and gets a 9, maybe it's because everyone would get a 9, but maybe I could have gotten a 10. That's the bottom line. Like, I might have been able to prep the card. Maybe I could, work with a little bit of edge issue. Maybe I could restore a little bit of corner damage. Maybe I could have taken a fingerprint. Oh, we got a 10! Orange Fresno Nightcrawlers, PSA 10. Chrome, beautiful. Number 4 of 25. PSA graced us with a 10. Very, very nice. Yeah, so I don't know. So the problem is that's the risk of grading your card first. So if someone has an offer for the raw, and you go and grade it and you get the 10, awesome. But if you get the 9, you're gonna lose some people who would have only paid for the raw card. Now I'm one of those people. It's not that I won't buy it, but I confess I'm less interested now that it's a 9. Some people say it shouldn't matter because it's a 1 of 1. Well, tell that to the folks who wanted it raw. All right, we have a 23 of 25 Ding Bell. Gave us a 9, a PSA 9, orange refractor, the dingiest of the bells. It is a beautiful card, though. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's 1 of 1. I think Bailey maybe he would buy it at a certain price. Maybe someone else would. Let's go Squonk. We got a PSA 10, green refractor, Mr. Squonk, coming out at 80 of 99. Beautiful. So we add that to our 10. So our 10s are coming up. So far, this pile is actually not horrible. We have about 50% of the 9s are 10s, not 50% total. About 1 out of every 3 slabs so far is a 10, is what they're giving us. Still a lot of hits out there in the wild. Raw, yes. Yeah, there's still a lot of hits that have yet to be pulled in the MetaZoo Topps Chrome set. All right, we have an orange JD, number 2 of 25. Let's see what Topps did for that. Topps, don't do me dirty. Oh, we got a 10 Cryptid Cam. Beautiful, finally. Thank you, Topps. Beautiful orange Cryptid Cam, Jersey Devil, PSA 10 Chrome. Awesome. I love the oranges. That's a nice one to have, and it's number 2 of 25. Thank you, MetaZoo gods, for that. I humbly accept. All right, we have an orange refractor, number 3 of 25, Adam Ackler. Yeah, I do, Nick. I think so. Orange, give us a 9 on that Adam Ackler. Nick Strington Pokemon asks, why is PSA not grading the PFP cards? So for those of you who do not know, I must have some here, don't I? Wow, do I not? Nick Strington Pokemon is asking about the PFP cards that I somehow do not have right next to me. I must have moved them downstairs with that. All right, so it's a 5,000 card set with a bunch of different variant holos. So I kind of suspect, here's number 1 of 50. We got the gold 1 of 50 Bunnyman. Gold refractor, number 1 of 50 Bunnyman. Cross your fingers. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll talk about the PFP cards at PSA. What's going on? Let's do a little thing. Let's do a warm up. We got a toast to the homies. Okay, 1 for the homies for fate. PSA, don't do me dirty, man. I promote you guys all the time. I promote you all the time. That's a 9. Why? Why did you 9 my bunny? Look at him. Gosh darn it. That is a beautiful bunny. There's a little goober on the case, but not the card. Man, they just, I don't know. All right, beautiful, beautiful Topps Chrome Bunny, number 1 of 50, PSA 9. Fine, it is what it is. Yeah, so the PFP cards, I kind of think that PSA is waiting for MetaZoo to like create a set list for them. I suspect they looked at it and they were like, no. Like I think PSA is like just not going to create a 5,000 card with a bunch of variants database. That's that's kind of what I think. I think PSA was like, no, basically. And then MetaZoo has to, maybe MetaZoo can create the database or something, or create the list for them. And if they like create the list, then PSA will do it. And like MetaZoo just hasn't had time either to create like a list of all 5,000 cards and all the variants. And I think that is why they're not taking them. Frankly, I just think like neither business quite wants to dedicate the manpower to handling it. So that's my thought. All right, another Squonk, 56 and 99. Green refractor Squonk, let's go. And a 10. Oh, why do they love the Squonks? PSA was, I bet they see the crying Squonk and they took pity on him. That's why they're giving me all 10s on my Squonks. All right, we'll take a 10 Squonk. Sure, okay, so we're a little more than a third now of our cards have come back as 10. Oh, a gold Squonk. Okay, we have a gold refractor Squonk, ladies and gentlemen, number 40 of 50. Let's see what we can get. Bum, 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 bum. Ed has the 1 of 50 alt shadow people. Nice. A 10 gold refractor Squonk. They must have paid. Look at this. Why are they're hitting me so hard on everything else, but they're giving all of the Squonks get 10s? What's that about? Do you think they just pity the way he looks? Less hollow on the Squonk? I don't know. The whole card is chrome. That's funny. All right, we have a Power Up Red. Number 2 of 50. Gold refractor Power Up Red. Let's go. Let's see how we go. It's a 10. Awesome, cool. Dingbell in his finest. Dingbell with the flex. Gold refractor Power Up Red. Thank you, PSA. Lords of PSA. Okay, we're catching up. We have almost 50% PSA 10. And then the rest are 9, and we got 1/8 over here. Okay. All right, and then here's what we have left. Just so you guys know, we got that pile left. We're still working through it. Any updates on the NFT moth plushies? Yeah, well, yes, but you're not gonna like it. Let's segue. Let's catch up in the chat, shall we, friends? I did ask about the NFT stuff. I asked her. Let's zoom in. You're gonna get my whole face for this NFT update, okay? I did ask MetaZoo about the NFT stuff. Okay, so we're waiting for NFT, the Gold Heart variant NFT Mothman plushies and promos, and we're waiting for the native NFT booster boxes. Here's what they told me. They told me the native NFT booster boxes, this was last week. They told me they were expecting it to ship next week. Okay, so but that said, I've been told that before, right? So hopefully it happens. That was the latest I was told. I was told soon with the specific detail of next week. That said, it hasn't happened yet, so hopefully it does happen next week. The NFT Mothman plushies with the gold promos, they told me they're definitely still coming, but they gave me no date. So I think we're still expecting them, and we have no real idea of when it's coming. I think it's like stuck in customs somewhere. It's like stuck in a cargo freight in either, I don't know, the U.S. customs port or the China shipping port. I don't know. They're still coming. Soon? Hopefully sooner than later, but we'll see. Argos, I'm scared. Yeah, let's hear it. Thanks for sharing this opening with us too. Hey, yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely. You know, my toddler's asleep, and so I had to spring on the opportunity. All right, we have Alien Astronaut Green Refractor, 82 of 99. It's a 9. PSA 9. Red flag. Yeah, Eddie, did I trigger you with the word soon? I don't blame you. Yeah, I can't blame anybody for triggering off the word soon. We love the zoo, and we just want the zoo. As soon as we can get it. We want it as fast as we can get it. All right, Metal Man of Alabama, Green Refractor, 78 is a 9. PSA 9 on that Green Refractor. We have a Quetzalcoatlus, 52 of 99, Green Refractor. They closed off the order update channel. Sorry to ask you. Oh, it's okay, TCG. I don't mind. Oh, it's a 10! PSA 10. Oh, beautiful. Quetzalcoatlus. Chrome. PSA 10. Gorgeous. I love this bird. I love the lightning bird. That's a great one. I'm going to treasure that one. Super fun. Yeah, I'm happy to help in any way they can. You can think of me, obviously I'm not a MetaZoo employee. I'm not paid by MetaZoo. I don't have any contracts by MetaZoo, but I'm happy to help. You can think of me as an extension in some ways, in that I do sometimes have some extra knowledge that I'm able to share. And so feel free to ask questions. Now, that said, I get a lot of questions asked to me through like Instagram and Discord. And sometimes I'm a little slow at responding. I apologize if I'm slow on Facebook or anything. I do try. I also apologize if I view your message and I don't respond and then I just totally forget about it. I'm not trying to be rude. I just probably like wanted to get more information before I responded, and then I fell 50 messages behind, and then I didn't respond. Just ping me again. You know, I really am trying, and I'm happy to help in whatever way that I can. No, Alec, unfortunately, I don't have any news on the MetaZoo streamer kits other than that I really want to get mine. I did order a couple of those. Yeah, I am planning on going to New York Comic Con. I'm planning on going to that. I took the week off of work, and I'm like, the truth is I don't actually have a ticket yet. So I have to get a ticket from a scalper, but I'm gonna do it. I'm planning on going to New York Comic Con for the whole time. I got the whole week with a couple days ahead and behind. I don't think that word means what you think it means. Yeah, soon. Yeah, I do not think that word means what you think it means. We have Lake Worth Monster, 11 of 99. Ups Chrome. Let's see what we can get. Bum, 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 bum. It's a 9. Lake Worth Monster. I have some super fractors that I need to send in to Tops. But the truth is, I'm like, I think I need to give it to a top submission expert to increase my odds of, I don't know, of getting 10s on them. Because I'm afraid. I'm afraid of what PSA is going to do when I submit my next round of Topps Chrome. We'll see what it does. Hopefully they come before the next year of Valentine's. Hopefully. I know, right? 28 of 99 green refractor Kentucky Hellhound is a 9 as well. Okay, the 9s are piling up. You can see we have 2 non-chrome cards. So let's jump over to that. Okay, so one of these is a content creator medal for the 2022 content creator medal that MetaZoo gave me, and one of these is a no hickey Kickstarter reverse hollow base set Kryptonation Mothman that I got off Whatnot for $90. Okay. They were like, liquidating everything, as many people have been lately. And there's a ton of really good deals you can find with these, like the summer liquidations of MetaZoo, because the world's on fire. So I picked up this reverse hollow no hickey moth for about $90, and he ended up looking really clean. So I sent him into PSA. So I don't know which one this is. Let's see. It's either the content medal or the RH moth, and it's a 10. Cool, dude. Okay, so I have the other one. I have 2021 in a 10 as well. So I got lucky and have both 10s. So this will obviously be just personal collection for me. So a 10 MetaZoo content medal. All right. Humbly accept. So this must be the no hickey moth. So what am I talking about with the no hickey moth? Yeah. Oh, Andrew, you remember that? Dude, wasn't that crazy? There were like, yeah, it was crazy for a no hickey Kickstarter Mothman. It's so good. Andrew, Andrew might have been there for that, or did you just hear about it? So, okay, so if you know MetaZoo Kickstarter base set, you'll know that the Kickstarter full hollow and reverse hollow moth have a little bit of a quirk, because the reverse hollow Kickstarter moth, reverse hollows are usually less desirable than full hollows, right? And this is still the case in general for the Kickstarter moth. However, because the majority of the reverse hollow moth print run had a little ink dot on the edge, which the vast majority of the time results in a PSA 9. If you look at the PSA population for reverse hollow moth versus full hollow in Kickstarter, the population for the full hollow moth is way higher in a 10 than the reverse hollow. It's dramatically more difficult to get a reverse hollow Kickstarter Mothman in a 10 because of the hickey. And so if you can find, is Argos the Lizardman influencer medal Well, let's just say like that setup looks exactly like my setup. It's 2 screens, ring lights. Everyone knows I'm a lizard man. Who am I to say who the artist chose for inspiration? But I actually don't even have that card, by the way. I don't actually have that influencer card. They sent me the content card, but not the influencer card. I guess I don't have the appropriate influence, if you know what I mean. I have a dark influence. All right, so that's why I go for the no hickeys, because a no hickey 10, a reverse hollow 10 in the Kickstarter moth is dramatically more rare and more difficult to get than a full hollow 10. So if you can pick up a no hickey, or a well centered no hickey moth for $90. Thank you, Whatnot, for that. All right, let's see what we got. Enough to do about that. Come on, PSA, don't hate me every day. We got 10. Oh my god. PSA 10 reverse hollow Kickstarter Mothman no hickey, $90 on Whatnot. $90. Whatnot is a field of dreams for picking up deals. That's crazy. Unreal. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that. When I submitted it, I thought I had a decent chance because of the centering is so good. But you never know what PSA is gonna do with it. Jeez, that's crazy. Under the influence? Never. Never under the influence. Beautiful. All right, so interesting. PSA was brutal to the chrome, but they gave me 2 10s on the non-chrome that I submitted. That's funny. I got to remember, maybe what you do, maybe here's the strategy, right? Maybe the strategy is submit a bunch of Topps Chrome, right? And then a couple of non-Chrome, knowing that MetaZoo or PSA will brutalize you on the Chrome, and then they'll feel bad and they give you 10s on the non-Chrome. That seller is punching the air right now. Yeah, punch it. Punch it, punch it. Punch the air. Thank you, Whatnot, for your $90 donation. All right, we're going to put those off the side. Put them up here. All right, so we got 10s on those boys. We still have a pile of chrome to get brutalized on, so let's go back out to the woodshed and continue the brutalization that is MetaZoo PSA Topps Chrome. So we have a gold Loveland Frogman, a 29 out of 50. It's a 10! Because it's a cryptid cam. Beautiful PSA 10. Frogman, gold refractor. Cryptid cam, awesome. Cool. We'll take that. All right, so we're actually not doing super horrible. But keep in mind these were screened cards. So like, I don't know. I guess I like to get 50% 10s as kind of my like feeling good about it when I am sending in a bunch of pre-screened cards. I like to get at least 50% 10s, and we're close, but we're not quite there. So I don't know. A lot of these 9s, you kind of wonder if they just arbitrarily gave it a 9 or not. 53 out of 99, we have a green serialized Indrid Cold. It is a 9. Green refractor with a 9 that they could have given a 10, but they arbitrarily just gave it a 9 because they're just cruel like that. 44 out of 99, Killer Clown is a 9 again. Brutal. All right, we have a number 2. Okay, here we go. Chessie is a gold refractor, number 2 out of 50. Come on, PSA. Be kind. It's number 2. Make it a 10. 10 forever, 9 forever, 10 forever, 9 forever. It's a 10! Okay, cool. So they were kind to us a couple of times on non-cryptic cams. Beautiful 10. Not an obnoxious 9 in the Chrome set, but an obnoxious 9 in our hearts, right? All right, we have a Quetzalcoatlus, 62 out of 99. Let's see how we did. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, we have Andrew Stacks has asked. Okay, it's a 9 Quetzalcoatlus. We'll take it. How many MetaZoo secret rares do I own? Andrew thought he gave me an opportunity to flex. Andrew, I appreciate you. Unfortunately, in my case, that is not an opportunity to flex. Unfortunately for me, here's the truth of it. You guys ready for this? How many secret rares, or did you mean or you mean superfractors? Hey, Andrew, SRs, did you mean secret rares, serial rares, or did you mean super refractors? Because I could flex the superfractors, but I own 0. 0! You believe that? I own 0 MetaZoo secret rares. 0. 0. I have pulled a blue ink, but I pulled it for someone else in a live stream. I pulled a UFO serial rare. Secret rares? Damn it. No. I own 0, Andrew. I pulled a UFO secret rare, but it was for someone else. I pulled a Green Man from Wilderness, but it was for someone else. No, I don't own a single. I've never once pulled a secret rare for myself. It's not even that I pulled it and sent it. I've never pulled one for myself, and I haven't bought one yet. So I don't know. I would love to have an old scratch and a red ink and a blue ink, personally. All right, we have number 1 of 25, orange refractor contracted. Let's see how we did. It is a 9 for the orange refractor Topps Chrome. Cool. All right, let's see. We have a River Dinos, number 41 of 50. Let's see how they did for us in the gold. Got a 9. Beautiful River Dinos, MetaZoo Topps Chrome. Yeah, I own 0. You know, you feel better about your old scratch now? Dude, old scratch is legendary. You should feel good about an old scratch. I would love to have an old scratch. What a cool card. Oh yeah, I do have that. Do you guys want to see a flex? I can flex different things. I have like Mothman flexes, I suppose. All right, we have a 42 of 10 Bat Squatch. Is it 10? Thank you. Gold Refractor Bat Squatch, PSA 10, number 42 of 50. Beautiful. We'll take that. I don't know. I am a Mothman collector, so I have a variety of high-end Mothman. I did get really lucky with clumping during the basic Cryptid Nation. What was it? The that skate company. Oh, Revive Cryptid Nation. I got stupid lucky. So I have like 10 of the redeemable Mothmen from the original base set Revive. I've sold 2 of them, so I have a stupid number of those, and they're not for sale. Like, I'm one of those weirdo. I'm like a MetaZoo hoarder. So, you guys want to see the sample moth? Okay, I'll show you when we finish this. I'll bring out the sample moth. We got it. Oh, I sent this in for some reason just to show. Look at the X Fractor. These are only in the blaster boxes, like the retail boxes that you can buy from Barnes and Noble and Target and stuff. Here's a Bigfoot X Fractor card. So, yeah, I just got lucky with clumping. It was It was hilarious. You know what though? Arts. The truth is, like, I got clumping with them in one order of 10. I pulled, I think three of the moths, which is enough that I was like, well, maybe it's just lucky, but maybe it was a clump. And then what I actually ordered is I ordered a ton of small orders. I ordered like 3, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 3, right? I ordered a bunch of little orders, but then like each of my other orders had a moth in it. So I ended up with like 12 redemption moths, and I sold 2 off, and so I still have like 10. It's crazy. So it wasn't a clump of 10. To be more specific, it wasn't a clump of 10, but it was just like every order had 1. I was like, oh, all right, cool. But it was the luckiest I've ever been by far. After that, I haven't had anything like that ever happen to me again. 63 out of 99. Now I clump like, squonks now. If I'm gonna clump anything, I just clump a huge number of squonks. Worthless, tragic squonks. All right, Ben B. We got a nice PSA 10 Green Refractor Rainbow Wizard. Now we have 85 out of 99. Ben B. They gave us a 10 for Mr. Ben. Hey, Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Welcome, Brandon. Don't you love the MetaZoo NFT Genesis 8-bit cards? Alec, I super do. I do. 64 of 99. We have a Tesseract Green Refractor in a 10. Thank you. Thank you, PSA. We got a nice little... So they like the green refractors, not really the orange, huh? Interesting. And a Frogman, 11 of 99. This is the last one. They gave us a 10. Oh, cool. Okay, so look at that. Dude, the Hero Quest clumping was brutal. You know what's weird about Hero Quest is that, like, the moths and the hero were clumped, but, like, not other things. Did you guys notice that? It was like Mothman and Hero were clumped, but nothing else was clumped. Or like maybe two other cards were clumped. It was like that severed arm was clumped. It was like four random cards seemed clumped, and then nothing else was clumped. Explain that one to me. Okay, here's the result. Here's the huge submission. What do we got? They gave me 1/8 on a scratched black refractor Iceman that probably deserved an 8, to be honest. And then it looks like we got a huge stack of 9s and a decent stack of 10s. So almost 50% 10s, and then a bunch of 9s. That's how this ended up. So it's pretty good. Our 10s were like we got content metal, we got the reverse Hickey Moth or no Hickey Moth, Frog 10, we got Tiz 10. So they were pretty good to us on greens, it looked like, and they were pretty hard about the non-cryptid cam gold and orange. They gave us a bunch of 9s on those. But we got a couple of nice Frog 10s. I forget, did we get a Moth? Oh yeah, Power Up Red, cool. Oh yeah, for some reason the Squonk Army was a bunch of 10s. That's cool. And then a 10. Oh yeah, beautiful Cryptic Cam, JD 10. We got the orange Fresno 10. Oh yeah, we got that Moth 10. Beautiful green Moth 10. And that. Yeah, I love Alec mentioned the serialized Genesis cards. Yeah, I think I have some. I thought I had some right here. Tell you what, we're gonna pull those out and we'll flex a little. I'm collecting the Hello Kitty set because I just think it's hilarious, and I finally got them all. I pre-ordered these off eBay. I pre-ordered this for $65, right? Because I thought it was going to be big going into it. So I was the crazy person who pre-ordered all the most of the Hello Kitty cards a day ahead of time for $65. But you know what the seller did? The seller comes and after the convention, the seller comes out and he sends me a message and he goes, "Hey, I found, I was able to get all the Hello Kitty cards that are going down in price, but I very mysteriously could not get all of the cards that have gone up in price." So they told me that they didn't have a Hello Kitty, and they told me they didn't have a Karami. Okay, so they asked if it would be okay if they just sent me the cards that were going down in price, which is a classic like TCG pre-order move, right? People sell you stuff that's going down, and they hose you on stuff that's going up. And I was like, no, cancel the whole order. That's ridiculous. And so finally they came back and they're like, okay, fine. And then they sent me the Hello Kitty for $65, which was nice. The reason ChocoCat is high in price is because one of the ChocoCat promo drops was canceled by the fire marshal because so the line was so big, the line was so huge, they kept shutting it down for safety concerns. And so one of the ChocoCat drops was canceled. And so ChocoCat is rare. By comparison, it's probably the most rare of the Hello Kitty promos as far as what is circulating in the market. Presumably, MetaZoo has a stack of these somewhere that didn't get handed out. So they'll either get destroyed or who knows. But for now, for all intents and purposes, ChocoCat is the most rare and Hello Kitty is the most in demand. And so that is why these two cards are the highest value. Anyway, someone wanted to see a little flex. Okay, fine. We're gonna wrap this up with a little bit of flex. We'll pull some of my favorite. You guys want to see some of my favorite cards? I can do that. I can show some faves, I suppose. Yeah, some people have no morals, Arts. It sucks. Actually, a lot of retailers will shamelessly cancel pre-orders whenever prices go up, and they will not cancel them when they go down. It really sucks. I never do that, by the way. Never. Never. I didn't even do it for Nightfall. Sold hundreds of Nightfall boxes at half of market price for the good peoples of MetaZoo. I'm gonna go get some Genesis promo cards and show those real quick for fun, and then I'll pull just, I don't know, just a couple of my favorite cards, I guess, and I'll bring them over here, show you guys. Okay, so let's see what we got. Okay, I got a couple show and tells. All right, show and tell time. Let's share. Let's share. So, one of my favorite series of cards is the original Caster's Cup. Okay, I really like it for its historical significance. So I don't have a lot of these. I just have a couple of the staff packs from the Caster's Cup, and then I have a couple of player packs and a couple of like the general packs. Okay, but these are just so rare. They're so low pop that I have a small collection of the staff stamped Caster's Cup cards because they're just so rare. They're so low pop. I love the player ones as well because Caster's Cup 2022 will always be the very first like MetaZoo national event. Always. Also MetaZoo made it look beautiful. Like it's just a nice design. You got the Mothman in the cup. I think MetaZoo plans on over time really continuing to develop their competitive play and really rewarding players. And so I just think it's really cool. I should grade it. Yeah, I probably will. So I have I think I have 3 staff packs, or two or three, and so I'll probably send them in for grading. But you know, like they have some. This one has some issues. Like it has some I don't know, some indents on the back. So I assume it wouldn't get a 10. Would be the only problem. I don't really know how pack grading works. I haven't really done it. But I just love the Caster's Cup packs. I think they're really really fun. So similarly, let's see if I can block the. I'm weird and I like to block the typically of my favorite cards. I like to block the certificate number, but so I have a couple of PSA 10 Caster's Cup staff cards, and so this is a PSA 10 full hollow unicorn that is a Caster's Cup unicorn staff card. So there's 45 cards, pretty big set actually, in the Caster's Cup set, and I love all of them. I don't actually have a whole Caster's Cup original 2022 Caster's Cup set, but one day I hope to kind of build that out, and I don't think I'm going to be picky as far as like if it's a staff stamped card or a player stamped. I don't because it's they're so hard to get anyway. I'm gonna try to accumulate like a full set of whatever I can get my hands on. Some of them will be hollow, some of them will be non-hollow, some will be stamped, some of them won't be, and that's good enough for me. I think I'll still get a real kick out of collecting the entire original Caster's Cup set just to have that. I do have other than that favorite cards. Of course I like this the content creator. I have a original 2021 PSA 10 original content creator medal with the Bunny Man, just because you know I don't know it's obviously means a lot to me, having created a lot of MetaZoo content to have these content medals. So this is my original content medal that MetaZoo sent to me, and I was lucky I got it in a 10, and now I have somewhere buried in here I guess is the new one. I think it's at the very bottom now, but as you saw, now I can put the other guy next to it. 2022 content medal. So thank you, MetaZoo, for that. And then I collect. There's a couple of sample cards that I like for historical significance. I don't collect all samples. I do think samples are awesome. Oh, what is the why do I hide the number even though I just messed up there and showed it? I hide the number because some asshole made a copy of one of my slabs once and made a fake PSA slab and then was selling it on Etsy. And so I had to send my slab back into PSA to get it recertified and get a new number for it. And it was a pain in the butt, kind of. Well, it was easy actually to do it, but it took time. PSA then opened my card up and gave it a new number. And so now you'll notice on my Instagram posts, I will delete the number. I'll delete the certificate number if I really care about the card and not show it because it just makes it harder for someone to copy the number, basically. So yeah, that's why I do that. So this original 2020 MetaZoo sample injured cold PSA 10. I love this injured cold because it's the original injured cold artwork before they changed the artwork to the new injured cold is like He's got yellow eyes. He's like a taller, leaner worm of a man or whatever. And so I love this original Injured Cold artwork. I think he's super fun. People criticized this. They said it was a ripoff of Pokemon Giovanni or whatever. But that's why I like it. I just like it because he's like this little dude in a suit. Before MetaZoo changed it, so that's one of my favorite cards. Then I have, because it is a complement to that card, if you're gonna have the main villain, I think you should have the main protagonist. And so I have the original 2020 sample Sam Sinclair in a PSA 10, because he goes with having Injured Cold, and he's the main character of MetaZoo, so I had to pick him up. The card that somebody made a fake of is this one. This is a sample Mothman 2020 PSA 10. This is probably the ultimate grail of MetaZoo. Most people would say that. And the last time I posted this card as a flex or whatever on Instagram, somebody made a fake. Did I buy? No, I graded this. I bought this card raw on eBay. This is actually, so this Mothman I purchased raw on eBay. It was being sold by an MTG content creator named Bad Boy Gaming. So Bad Boy Gaming was sent this by Mike, and he opened it on his channel live, which is cool. So you can see this card pulled live on Bad Boy Gaming's YouTube channel. And then I bought it from him on eBay raw because it looked beautiful. And then I sent it in for grading and got the 10 myself. But the other two, the Sam Sinclair and the Injured Cold, I actually purchased as a 10. Everything else I graded myself into 10s, but I bought those other samples. So anyway, so I think there's 4 or 5 of these. Yeah, they're pretty hard to get into 10. You know, a lot of sample cards were destroyed when they were, or lost, because MetaZoo sent them out for free all over the place to retailers and distributors. They handed them out, and you see really low pop. So even though they made 100 of each sample card, the population reports suggest that there are far fewer than that. Probably that half of the sample cards were lost or destroyed. Probably. Do I have a full sample set of holos? No, not even close. Arts, no. No, I do not. I do have some other sample cards, but no, not even close to a set. All right. Then I have this. I have a Hero Quest Mothman. I love this Mothman. So I have a PSA 10 Hero Quest Moth. This one I graded myself. I bought it off Instagram from someone who was selling it, and I graded it into a 10. The Hero Quest cards are challenging to get into 10 because so many of them have a ding on the card from the packaging that they come in. You know, they come in these CDs, right? And so the CD on the inside, it has like little plastic edges, right, that hold the CD in place. And if you put pressure on this, it'll put a little ding in the card, an indent on the surface, which gives you an instant PSA 8. And so many of them have that. So anyway, but that's one of my favorites because it's like a zombie apocalypse moth. All right, and then we have the revive. The revive moths are cool. I love this unscratched revive Nightfall Mothman because he's just like a badass laser moth. So I got this one in a 10. And then I love the base set moth because this base set Mothman unscratched is a winged attack moth, and it was the last iteration of the winged attack moth. The winged attack moth is the original moth, right? It's the original Cryptid Nation base set moth, and it is the first moth that MetaZoo added to their reserve list. So this revived base set moth is, I think, one of 7 different versions of Winged Attack Mothman, if you look at all the promos and stuff. And there will never be an 8th because it's on the reserve list, and so they can't make any more. Also, there's only 50 to 66 of these that were ever printed, and so the population reports are extremely low. Of the unscratched version, a lot of them, maybe all of them, were off-center, and so I think there's only a pop 3 of these, and so yeah, there's fewer of these in a PSA 10 than there are sample moths in PSA 10. So the Revive base set moth promo the winged attack specifically is just exceptionally rare, and so it's a really fun one to have. Then I'm super fond. These are the last two I'll show you guys, and then we'll bail. I'm super fond of the NFT moths. Are really fun. So I have both of the NFT golden moths in a 10. These were awarded to people who owned the promos. So if you purchased the MetaZoo NFT coins, the digital collectible coins, and if you owned them on a certain date, MetaZoo just gave you these for free. And so I didn't actually grade this one myself. I purchased a full set of MetaZoo NFT coins at some point, and they came with a set of the promo cards graded, and he had both of the golds in a 10. So this is the double gold, a 90 out of 100 in a 10, and then I have the single gold, 35 out of 100, also in a 10. So those are the two NFT moths, and they're just just a rare moth. Similarly, not everybody redeemed those. So even though it says out of 100, fewer than 100 exist in circulation. So anyway, you asked for a show and tell. So those are just some of my favorite cards in my collection that I have up here. So there you go. Just realized how that came out. Stacks, not calling you one. Oh my gosh. So one of the recent things that came out is the Genesis cards. So these are actually, if you've noticed, these are selling pretty well. We've seen, I think somebody posted that maybe it was a Quetzalcoatlus, or no, it was a Jersey Devil, a serialized Genesis Jersey Devil out of 25, sold for $1,200 on eBay. It was like a best offer accepted, and the accepted price was $1,200. And then we're seeing a lot of the lesser Genesis cards going for $400, $500, $600, like even GG Birds and stuff like that. So these Genesis serialized cards were given as a gift to people who owned the Genesis MetaZoo NFT, like digital collectibles, at a certain time. And if you owned them at the time, and if you were there at the redemption window, MetaZoo sent you these for free. Now, another interesting thing about these, though, is fewer than 50% of these Genesis cards were actually redeemed. So even though this Bigfoot, for example, says 57 out of 100, there's probably only 50 or fewer of these cards in circulation. So the pop reports will eventually reflect that these are actually pretty rare. So I owned 4 of these. So yeah. So these are the 4 Genesis NFTs that I own. And so I was able to get 2 serialized pizza, serialized out of 100 Bigfoot, and then a serialized out of 25 Quetzalcoatlus. So I love these. I think they're really, really fun. It's a cool, like, pixelated artwork. I'm gonna send them in for grading. The problem is, truthfully, I don't have super high hopes. Here's why, unfortunately. The Quetzalcoatlus is a beautiful card, but it's off center. You can see, like, it's right heavy, and so it's not that nothing off center gets 10s, but it's a lot harder to get a 10 if your card is off center. He's a little off center, so I would expect like a 9 for the Quetzalcoatlus, but maybe I'll get a drunk grader and he'll be a 10. The Bigfoot is actually quite nice. It has some scratches on the casing, but the card itself doesn't have any scratching that I can see. So if I take it out of sleeve, it'll be fine. It's very, very slightly off center, left to right, and top to bottom, but not super off center. So it's a 10 contender that could get a 9 depending on what the grader feels like that day. The pizza birds are great, but here's a problem with these. Every single pizza bird has a foiling error on the top center of the artwork. You see that little bright bling that they both have? They both have like a little reflector bling or whatever. That's a foiling error. So a lot of the time, PSA, if they catch that as an error, will give it a 9 automatically. If there's like an int blot or an error or whatever. Any damage on yours other than the pizza foiling issue? No, I don't have any damage on mine except for the pizza. But here's my hope. If I submit both of these at the same time, maybe they'll be less likely to recognize it as an error. Maybe they'll think it's like, just part of the card. So I'm going to send both pizzas at the same time, and I'm just going to cross my fingers that the grader will like think it's normal and not consider it damage. Wish me luck. Wish me luck, friends and fellas, because one of these pizzas in particular is really nice. Like the the centering is not too bad. They don't have scratches, and if it wasn't for that little oily boy at the top center, then I don't know. Use a napkin? Yeah, no, I don't think so. Anyway, so those are fun. When am I gonna send them in for grading? I don't know. I'm cheap. You know me. I'm cheap. I'm gonna probably send them bulk, um, because it works just the same as paying extra money, and I don't care waiting a few months. So I'll probably send these off this week, and then I'll get them back a few months later because I'm cheap. I'm a cheap SOB, and I don't want to pay very much money for grading. I want to pay $15. You know what? I sent the no hickey moth bulk. I did. I'm that guy. Yeah, I sent this. I sent this card. I don't want to crush my Gen promos. I'm gonna move these off the side. I sent this bulk for $15. Now they did upcharge me to $75 when they gave it a 10. So, you know, you can send hot cards. You can send them bulk. You know, I sent all of this bulk, and they upcharged the Mothman, and I gave it a 10. So you know, if you wanna pay more for grading, you can, but you don't have to. I sent almost everything I have bulk, and like sometimes they will upcharge, sometimes they'll catch it, and you know, a lot of time they won't. Basically, is how it goes. I sent like all those moths you saw, with the exception of sample moth. I sent bulk, and sometimes they'll upcharge you, but like sometimes they won't. They're never gonna downcharge you. They'll only upcharge you. So you really don't have anything to lose sending him for as cheap as possible. OG says he has a Nightfall Mothman Super Saiyan Hollow Error as a PSA 10. So an Ink Blotch PSA 10 is possible. All right. I like that. I like those odds, OG. Thank you for the inside info on that. Well, friends and fellows, fantastic members of MetaFam, thanks for coming by, guys. You know, it's been a while since we did a live stream, so I just wanted to share this glory of MetaZoo Topps Chrome with you all, you fine MetaZoo folk. Next week, I think we'll do some rips because there's a spike in demand for the Christmas promo set, and so I've gotten a bunch of Christmas promo packs. The reason for that is because people are chasing the 6 days of MetaMist because it's an automatic meta include for the Dark Tower, which is gonna be the next MetaZoo competitive regional tournament. The 6 days of MetaMist from that promo set, I had 23 of them yesterday, and I am now sold out. People like absolutely hit it. So hopefully we'll do some live rips later this week when I have some time, when my kiddo is sleeping in the afternoons or something like that. And we're gonna rip a bunch of Christmas packs and a bunch of stuff, whatever other people want. Basically, we should have some fun. But hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm gonna peace out. Let's see if we have any. Yeah, the Bigfoot Genesis is sick. See if I missed any comments in here. I apologize if I did. You know me. Stop, Argos. Take a breath. Every now and then people would say. All right, we've got Legend. Yeah, use a napkin. You use a napkin, Epic. Senzuka says, really now? Yeah, it was crazy, man. Yeah. People bought 23 promos from the Christmas 2022 set, the 6 days of Meta. 23 sold overnight. The non-hollows sold for $24 per card, and the full hollows went for between $35 and $50. It was insane. They flew off the shelf. So the closer we get to the Dark Tower, the more everyone who wants to compete in it will realize that they must have one of those 6 days of MetaMist for their deck. And so I think a bunch of competitive players are jumping in right up front to get it because they're going to need it. Anyway, hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, a fantastic week. I'm going to record some videos today so we can have some more content for you fine MetaZoo folks going into next week. And we'll try and do some live rips. There's been a lot of requests for that. It's really hard to do them when I have a very, very loud and demanding and assertive toddler running around trying to get into live rips, trying to throw MetaZoo cards all over the place. So yeah, Andrew, 2022 is such a good set. I just recorded a video. If you're a Diamond Hands patron, you're going to start getting very routine early access to all my YouTube videos. I'm going to do that whenever I can. So you Diamond Handers, you Tribals are going to get some links to some videos coming up next week, and I'll get the first one out to you guys today. So have a good one, Hawaiian Jeweler, Andrew, and everybody else. We'll catch you guys later. Adios.